Hi, Baddie. Welcome to another episode of Bad Bitch Embodiment podcast. My name is Jenna. I'm your host and guide, helping you feel empowered and supported to break up with diet culture, fall in love with your body, and call in your dream relationship. Let's get started. Welcome to the first episode of Bad Bitch Embodiment podcast. I am so happy you're here. Today, I'm going to tell you the story of how Bad Bitch Embodiment came to be. And trust me, y'all, it is juicy. Then I'm going to take you into 3 actionable tips to help you embody your bad bitch energy from my signature framework that helps you break up with diet culture, fall in love with your body, and call in your dream relationship. So, without further ado, let's get started. Like all great glow up stories, mine begins with a really bad breakup. In fall of 2025, I went through the worst breakup of my life. It was traumatic. And I ended up coming home completely heartbroken. I had lost myself in this relationship, and it was quite short lived. It was only 4 months of dating this person. And as I came home, I started to ask myself a lot of questions like, how did I wind up in that relationship? What was making me compromise my values? What led me to have such a lack of boundaries? These were all questions that took me on the path of self exploration. And as I was kind of picking up the pieces of my life, I really wanted to have a deeper connection with myself. There's this dance group in Buffalo that I had been following on Instagram for a long time. And I saw on my feed when I came home that they were having like a beginner training program where you could try out being in the group and seeing what it's like. And so I joined. Like, I had nothing to lose, and I wanted to find this like fierce, sexy, feminine energy that the dancers in the group emanated. And so I went to the training. And in the training, yes, we did choreography, but we also did some character and acting work. We did some partner exercises that were very intimate. And in this space, I faced a lot of triggers, but I also experienced a lot of growth, especially being in a safe space of other women who were on the same path. And so it was very healing for me. I really got over my fear of being seen. I increased my confidence and I started to be okay with not being perfect, which is something I had struggled with my whole life was this toxic perfectionism. And so after that little mini training group ended, they had auditions in January and I decided to audition for this dance group. Now, the dance group is called Underground Buffalo. I will link their social media in the show notes below so you can check them out. But pretty much, I was so triggered and afraid to audition for this group. I was terrified to do a solo, and I knew that there was something there for me. And so I leaned in and I did it anyways. And I joined the group. And these practices are pretty intense. Like we were practicing on a weekly basis and doing a lot of stuff outside of the studio to become better dancers. And the leader of the group, Melinda, she is very active on social media promoting the group and promoting the show, which is June 27th, by the way. Check the Instagram in the show notes to get your ticket. She had us do this exercise in class where we all had to write a word that we had received from being part of Underground Buffalo. So some of the girls wrote courage, confidence, community, words like that on their piece of paper. I wrote audacity. And there was another girl who was sitting over in the corner And she was like, "Oh my gosh, after looking at all of the words you guys wrote, I'm kind of embarrassed to like show you mine." And we were all like, Girl, what? Like, show us the paper. What did you write?" And she flips the paper around and she wrote bad bitch energy. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so true. Like, she had received bad bitch energy from being in the group, and so had I. Like, this group had really helped me connect more with my bad bitch energy. And I thought about her embarrassment with admitting this because everyone in the dance group is a bad bitch, like 100% without a doubt, bad bitch energy. However, living in our small blue collar working class city of Buffalo, New York, there's something about bad bitch energy that is not openly celebrated or accepted. And we needed the safety of the dance room to really tap into and embody this bad bitch energy. And then we had another practice where the girls who were the top 7 dancers, they were doing their dress rehearsal. And I'm talking about these dancers wear itty bitty black bikinis with fishnets and heels and chains, as well as black ski masks. And they dance on the bar. Total bad bitch energy. But even these dancers who were highly skilled and professional and were radiating this really strong, feminine, powerful energy needed the safety of the masks to conceal their identity as they were performing on top of a bar in Buffalo, New York. And I was looking at the top 7, right? These girls who were wearing the outfit. And I realized that I had bought into this aspirational brand identity of being a bad bitch. And I was literally paying to be in the group to get closer and closer to my bad bitch energy every day, right? Like, I was doing the dance workouts and I was making the meal prep and all of the things, right? And it really struck a chord with me because I realized something deeper about myself, that this was something that I truly desired to radiate in my day to day. And so looking at those outfits, I was thinking about the outfits that I have in my closet at home. And like, I am a fashionista, okay? Like, I love fashion. I love to put together an outfit. And I had gotten into this rut of wearing the same friggin' pair of sweatpants every single day. I know you can relate. Like, I used to work from home and I would just wear the same outfit and just be really drab and boring and dull with my clothes because I wasn't going anywhere. And so I've really been trying to lean into my desires as I'm starting to build my own business. And I decided that I was going to do a 30-day fashion challenge. So for the month of April, I decided that I was going to embody my bad bitch energy by putting together a fit every single day. Even though I live in Buffalo, New York, and I have nowhere to frickin' go, right? Like, I would wear these short mini dresses with fishnets and goth shoes just to sit at my house at my desk. And I wanted to get over the fear of being seen. And so I would snap a picture and put it on my Instagram every day. And people were really responding to my outfits. And this practice made me feel so fucking good because it was something that I genuinely love and that I genuinely desired, right? Like, I had all of the clothes in my closet already, but there was something that was keeping me from moving through the world in that way. And so by the end of April, my life had completely transformed. I had embodied my bad bitch energy and I was moving through the world in that way. It was like the most beautiful thing because the overflow of energy from doing this daily pleasure practice bled into every other area of my life. And it put me on this creative up spiral, which caused me to create Bad Bitch Embodiment podcast. So, this is why I'm talking to you right now. And I want to share 3 tips from my signature framework with the intention of helping you to break up with diet culture, fall in love with your body, and call in your dream relationship. Because that's the journey that I'm on. And I'm telling you, ladies, I have cracked the code. And here we go. I'm going to share with you what friggin' works to embody your bad bitch energy. First off, you need to eat breakfast every single day. A bad bitch does not skip breakfast. Absolutely not. Because you need to be well nourished in these streets. I don't care what diet culture tells you about intermittent fasting, this, low carb, that. No, 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 no. See, those are lies to get you to shrink your energetic field. And if you are going to embody bad bitch energy in these streets, well, then we need you to be well nourished and we need your brain to be functioning properly. So, how do you do this? Well, you're going to eat breakfast every single day and preferably a breakfast that is high in both protein and fiber. So, I recommend 25 grams of protein and 5 grams of fiber at your first meal of the day. Now, if you really want to be a bad bitch on fleek, you're going to do this within 2 hours of waking up. Okay. So high protein, high fiber breakfast within 2 hours of getting out of bed. And this sets your energetic field and your metabolism off on the right foot. It really helps to expand your energy and put you in a state of overflow. So that's number one. The nourishment helps you to have better discernment in your mind between what you want and what you do not want. And this leads into step number 2. To fall in love with your body, you need to incorporate a daily pleasure practice. This was revolutionary for me. You heard about my 30-day fashion challenge. Well, I'm clearly still doing it. I'm never stopping because it made me feel so good that it increased my energetic field even more. Listen to me when I say this. All women are bad bitches, and all women are works of art. And so you need to start treating your body like a work of art. Even if you don't feel the most comfortable with your body or it's not where you want it to be or da 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 da, da, I get it. I get it because body positivity, it's a very long journey, but you need to start where you're at with adorning your body beautifully right here, right now, today. So I want you to incorporate this pleasure practice as early in your day as possible. I'm talking about within that first 2 hours of waking up, just like your breakfast. For me, it is putting on an outfit every single day, no matter where I'm going. If I'm even leaving my house, it doesn't matter. I'm getting ready. Now, for you, it could be something different. And I want it to be something that is very pleasurable and also totally unnecessary. Like, it's really good to lean into this desire of doing something that you genuinely want to do without having it be productive. So for you, it could be doing your makeup, it could be doing your hair, it could be putting on some jewelry, it could be wearing some perfume. Whatever you want to do that tickles your fancy, I want you to lean into a daily pleasure practice and see. Just see the effects on your energy. And you could be surprised with how simple it is, but how profound, because pleasure is the number one thing that is missing from women's health that nobody is talking about. So try it out and you can just thank me later. Now, these 2 steps, right? The nourishment piece and the desire piece lead into the third tip, which is going to help you to call in your dream relationship. Again, we need the breakfast so that we're thinking clearly. so we can determine what we want and what we do not want. A lot of women have an overdeveloped relationship to saying yes. And so that's why the pleasure practice, saying yes to doing something that you genuinely want to do, is the step before this one because that's easy. Now, when you start feeling really good and leaning into your pleasure, it's going to be a lot clearer to you what you do not want because the things that don't feel good, they're going to send off a bigger alarm bell in your body now that you're incorporating pleasure daily than before when you were denying your pleasure. You see, this third step is the hardest step, but it is the most crucial, and it is saying no. As a bad bitch in these streets, you need to say no often because a bad bitch knows that her beauty and that her energy are the most valuable things that she has. And so to be in these streets as a bad bitch, you have to protect your aura at all costs. And that comes with saying no. Saying no to what you don't want so that you can have more of what you do want. Now, this can be really hard and it takes a lot of practice. Trust me, I am a recovering people pleaser, okay? Like, don't think I'm perfect, but I'm trying and I'm getting a lot better at saying no. And so, if you have a hard time saying no, you can start with little things. For example, this kind of incorporates steps 2 and 3. Let's say you go out to eat with your friend and she's like, "Hey, where do you want to go eat?" And, sometimes maybe as a people pleaser, you could be like, "Oh, I don't know. Wherever sounds good to you is fine." When you really want Thai food. Okay. So through leaning into desire, right? Instead of saying, "Oh, I don't know, let's go where you want to go," you're going to say, "Hey, thank you so much for asking. I would love to get Thai food." Amazing. You're at the Thai food place. Oh my gosh, you got what you wanted because you voiced it, right? Now your friend is like, "Hey, do you want to split the spring rolls with me? I really want that as an appetizer." And you fucking hate spring rolls, okay? You think they just taste like garbage. And what you really want is the fried tofu with the peanut sauce. So, this is a great opportunity to practice saying no in a safe container, right? Because you know, love, and trust your friend. So, you could say, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much for offering, but no, I don't want the spring rolls. You can order them. I'm going to get the tofu with the peanut sauce." And you see, there's no explanation there. You just said, "No, thank you." And then you said what you wanted. And your friend then orders her spring rolls and you order your tofu with the peanut sauce, and life is good. You both got what you wanted, right? As a bad bitch, you need to stop compromising. And so when you are presented with a situation where something is brought up that you do not want, even though it is uncomfortable, perhaps to do so, you need to say no. Because when you say no, you are protecting your aura and your energetic field at all costs. And this allows your bad bitch energy to grow and radiate so that you can then have the life of your motherfucking dreams. You see, that's what bad bitch embodiment is about. It is about women saying fuck no to what they don't want and fuck yes to what they do so they can have more pleasure in their life and get everything that they want. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Bad Bitch Embodiment Podcast. If you enjoyed our conversation, please share with members of your community and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so we can keep having these amazing conversations every week. I will see you next Thursday. And until then, you are a bad bitch. Don't you ever forget it.